Everyone, the journey begins at Terminal 4 departures. We are at the check-in counters. The queue is not that long. And we're in the departure lounge. Colourful duty-free. Oh, it's Christmas, of course. There's all lovely decorations, and there's Costa there. We are at gate number 9 today. There we are. Remember one thing, guys: the men and women's regulation regarding ihram is quite different, where women are pretty much exempt from the clothing requirements. So there is a big difference. So please do check it out. Before I'll be talking more on the men's side. So one of the questions you may have is, when you go to Umrah, is do you put the ihram on at the airport, or on the plane, or at home? You can put it at, you can certainly put it at home, and you can also certainly put it at the airport. We're going for a direct flight, so we won't be stopping. Usually what people do is stop at the transition hub, and they put their ihram on. But because we're going direct, we will be putting the ihram on the plane. It's just because we don't want to be walking around Heathrow with, you know, 2 towels around us. Look very odd. Yeah, so you may put the ihram on the flight, and I would recommend you to put the ihram on mid-flight, so not near too much to the end, because you might be a big rush to or for all the passengers to start putting it on, and have your intentions ready. Make the wudu, and be in the state of ihram before you reach the miqat point. Of course, the pilots will announce that half an hour, I believe, half an hour before you arrive. So here we are at Terminal 4, Heathrow, London, and that's our plane over there. So the questions people have is, you know, should I go with direct? Should I go with which airlines, and you know, which operators? Obviously, one of the things you can do is obviously speak to family members and see which company they trust, reputable companies. Definitely go with reputable companies. We've heard horror stories in the past. So there are different types of packages. Some are a bit more expensive than others, and some are economical. Which one's good for you? So I would suggest, if you're going as a young family, or, you know, young couple with family members who are young and who are able, you don't need to spend a lot of money and just, you know, go to a 5-star hotel and go with direct. The reason we're going with direct with Saudi is because we're going with elderly parents, and for their convenience and comfort, we want a direct flight straight to Saudi, straight to Jeddah, and so there won't be any transit. They'll have to get on and off and go to another plane because of mobility. So what I would recommend is, if you're going with elderly, definitely go for a direct. It's a bit more expensive, do that, and also get a better hotel, so it's much closer to the Haram, by the clock tower, preferably. It'll cost you a bit more, but it's probably worth it if you're going with elderly parents or family members. So here it goes. Boarding is in process. We are in the queue to get on at the 12:30 flight to Jeddah with Saudi Airlines. We're about to board the plane. Very exciting times. There we are. Hello guys. Get a packet. In the packet you get the Boeing. We're on the Boeing 777-300ER, which is a twin-aisle long distance plane. The outside is British weather, of course, has to rain, but it's not torrential, which is good. We've got an Etihad plane over there. Here is Amman. We are waiting. So we are about to do the takeoff. Everyone's strapped in and ready to fly. It's a bit of a bumpy ride. And here we go, lift off. You can see the wings changing. let's have a look at the menu which was provided earlier. Saudi Airlines. There we have it. I'm probably going for the lamb. Looks decent. They also give you this blanket which I'm wearing. Keep you warm, quite nice. The headphones are not that great, but it'll do. And it's a bottle of welcome water. That's what we get. And I think they've got tea and coffee coming up, snack, and then we'll go for lunch later on. Just been offered some juice, drink, or coffee, Arabian coffee, and some dates. I've chosen the Pepsi dice. And also to let you know, interestingly, that they do have free Wi-Fi as well as a paid Wi-Fi. The free one just lets you do WhatsApp messaging. That's quite handy to have. You can talk to your loved ones while you're flying. You get about 10 megabyte for the entire journey, which is enough. Yeah, that's the lamb and some pilau, a cold starter. On this side we've got some kind of chicken and couscous. So this is obviously Saudi Arabian food, so let's see how it goes. So we've landed. This is just outside of the terminal. Point to meet the driver. So it's the Bon Cafe, and so now we're going to the car, or the minibus, and heading towards the hotel. Arrived and we are checking in. The hotel is called Movenpick. It is rather beautiful, as you could see for yourself. Very clean, very nice. It is a 5-star. So this is Jummah Day. Just finished the prayers and you can see it's full up. Feels like Hajj actually. The Haram consists of many different gates. This is one of the famous gates called King Abdulaziz Gate. You probably have heard of it before. Once you come down, you are confronted by Baytullah, the house of Allah. It's about 3 AM in the morning. It's still relatively busy. You still can do twaf relatively easy as well. There are fountain water tanks everywhere. There is two types of water tanks. There's this warm one, and if you go straight to the fountain, that comes out really, really cold, which is really nice. The weather is really mild. Around 20 degrees, so it's comfortable for us Brits. So it's twaf. You can do twaf as much as you want. Twaf consists of just going seven rounds, and then you pray a 2 rakat. After that, you will obviously find out what each corner is, but just to give you a bit of heads up, this corner here, right in front of you, it's called the Yemeni corner, the famous Yemeni corner. You hear of it often. And the next one, you can see the Maqam Ibrahim, the station over there with the golden casket. That's the famous Ibrahim station. And if you turn the camera around and show the green light there, that's the indicator of where the Blackstone corner is, which is that corner over there. So this section here, this is where you read Rabbana Atina Fid Dunya, that dua, particular dua, while you go across that section of the Kaaba. Another point to mention here is in regards to when you're circulating the Kaaba. Is it difficult or is it easy? Now, twaf is happening pretty much 24/7 here. There are some good times to come when it's less busy. But remember, we're in December, which is the one of the busiest times, so it is a bit difficult finding that that quiet moment. But what you recognise is the outer end is obviously much easier because there's less people squashed in. But the more further you go in, it is quite tough. You'll notice that it's quite tough. So there are some tricks you can use to. Obviously, you would want to touch the house, so you would want to probably go near the Blackstone. Touching the house is, I would say, relatively easy compared to going anywhere near the Blackstone. You can, while you're going, there's a technique where you slide inwards, and you suddenly find yourself really close to the actual Kaaba, and then you'll find an opening. That happens. You just have to find the opening, and you take the opportunity and get in there, and then you can find the Blackstone, the Kaaba, and you can go there and touch it and make dua on it. But with regards to Blackstone, I would say for women it's near to impossible during this type of busy period. For men who are courageous, strong, and you have a small group that can protect one another, that potentially can be done. I mean, I haven't tried it. I would not attempt it because I don't have a group to back me. You need a good backup. So if you come in a small gang or a small cohort, then it's potential, but it can be very dangerous, and I wouldn't recommend it unless you come on a quieter period. But I've tried it a few times, I've seen it. People are jumping around, people on air, stamping on other people's heads, trying to get through to there, and there's obviously police there, but it is very tough. But yeah, if you see opportunity, go for it. But during this time, December, is very difficult. So yeah. Just do a dummy run. Just finished twaf myself, and I didn't want to do any filming while I'm in the twaf. So this is it. You go in, there's the Baytullah there, and just walk in. And if you want to go close to the house and touch the house, you just slide in. Slide in like this, like so. Just slide in. Yeah, so you walk diagonally, and it's very easy. And very quickly you'll get very close to the Kaaba, and then there's an opening, and you can touch the Kaaba and stay there and pray on it. But the Blackstone, no, it's a no-no. Let me show you. Let me go closer and record it. Show you how crazy it is. For women it's impossible, not even near to impossible, it's just full stop impossible. For the men, as I explained before, you can't go by yourself, you need backup. I don't have no backup, proper backup, so I won't even try. I've observed, but it's literally impossible, so I'm not going to try. But let me show you. I'll turn it around now, and you can see the craziness of that. So here we are at the Yemeni corner now. There's a Blackstone over there. I'm going to stop and turn it around. Just watch what happens. I've seen so much happening here. Do you understand why I say women, it's just impossible? Look at that. Look what's happening. The guy's been tossed around on the air. Right, so I just want to show you one more thing, which is the Maqam Ibrahim. Now, as I said, I'm not doing twaf. I'm just doing this to make this documentary filming. So here we are. You see steps, footmark of Ibrahim alayhi salam. You see that clearly. Used as a step to build the Kaaba. And that's it. Right guys, so where we are now at Mount Al-Safa. Now this is the remnant of what was a great mountain. This is a big piece left. Al-Safa mountain and Marwa was where the mother of Ismail, Hajar, made her run to find water many centuries ago. And this is one of the reasons why we take part in this for Umrah and Hajj. So this is Safa Marwa, the top floor. It is a long distance run or walk, and it feels never ending at times, because after the twaf your feet are aching. To the end of the Umrah, Safa Marwa is a very important aspect of the process. This is where men and women will cross 7 times back and forth from Al-Safa mountain to Al-Marwa and return back. In total it becomes 7 trips. You can see the green light. This is where only the men may, not walk but run across the 2 points, and the remaining segment will be walked through. And once this is done, the final and the last part of the Umrah is the shaving of the head for men, or the trimming of hair for women. And alhamdulillah, that concludes Umrah done. Next to the clock tower you've got this souk area, barber shop. Once you go in, you've got plenty of restaurants and all these people coming out shaving their heads. There's plenty of them right at the back there. I'll quickly show you. You see there's plenty of barber shops to come and shave your head. Everyone's shaving. So it's souk just for cutting your hair. So this is a quite an important information for the sisters and mothers. The haram is actually sectioned for the prayer time. It's sectioned in different areas, while the middle part is left for the twaf throughout until actual prayer time. But generally speaking, the whole circumference is sectioned out. And if you're a woman, sister, and you're sitting in a non-female area, what they will ask you to do is move and quite forcibly get you out of that area. So you can see a mass exodus on this right hand side of the old women getting out because they were sitting in a male area. So they all have to leave. They all have to leave. And so it is a bit of a pain for you if you're sitting there. So just be mindful when you do come and do twaf or prayers before the actual prayer, Jamaat prayer. Do leave that area way before and find your female section. The only other thing is they don't really have a good signpost, which is very lacking, I would say. For a mass organisation like this, they should have more signposts as to say where male is, where female is, but they don't have that. So something they could really definitely improve on. As you can see, the exodus is still going. Women are still travelling outside. So this is after Asr. You can see the mass amount of people who are all exiting from the haram. Over there you can see the ramp. So if you do have a wheelchair family members, you will have to use that ramp to get into the haram in the first or second floor to do the twaf or the umrah. Each prayer is like an event in itself, in that there is a lot of organising done by the authorities. It has to be done because otherwise it's going to be total chaos. So the authorities are doing a good job. in ensuring safety and managing the pilgrims. Just finished Fajr, it's about 6:10 now, and favourite part of the day for me is after Fajr, going to breakfast. So come and let's have a look at what breakfast looks like. There. Young man, do you also concur with me that breakfast is the most exciting time of the day?
Of course.
He...
Important meal of the day, huh?
Yeah, he likes it. Assalamualaikum. How are you? Thank you. That's very welcoming. And look at this place. Love this place. Look how nice it is. The decor is just lovely. Look. Seating, the ambience. Station here. Make omelets.
Linda, oh. Same team, I think same team.
Is it?
Yeah. Same team, no?
So it's getting freshly made. As you can see, there's always a queue for fresh omelette. From this end. So what we got here? Let's make it on omelette. Put some bread. Although I think you need to put the power in there. Let me help this guy out. I've been here long enough to know. Help them out. Switch it all on. Working? Full power? Excellent. Oh, a good Samaritan iron. Right, they got the salamis, cheese, feta, hummus, some cereal, juice and ice, and got fresh coffee being made there. Right, this is my favourite. I like this. They used to give different type of dal. Today is chickpea curry, and they got rice, white rice, and chickpea in it. What's this? Mashed potatoes. What's this one? They always get boiled egg. What's this? Beans. Vegetable fry. Not a vegetable. Not feeling that one today. They always get chicken, sausage. Falafel is obviously a staple, and they give lovely salad. This is my favourite. When you eat PFC, with the doner kebab, you'll get the big chilies. These are the miniature ones. Very nice, very crunchy, and lots of flavours in there. Prunes, dates, dry food, and salads and fresh fruit. And they give a nice selection of pastries and cakes. So this is really nice. I'm a sucker for chocolates, so those chocolates are nice. Here we are. Mashallah, very nice. Right, let's take a seat over there. Yeah, so we're gonna sit there. Look at this, lovely, yeah, clean. Can't tell you enough how much I like aesthetics. It's really lovely, fresh. So, one more thing, from the clock tower, you've got over there the food court on the second building, the McDonald's, Burger King, Domino's, etc. So if you go down this, through this bit to the second block, and you'll see the escalators to the food court. So in terms of food, well, you'll be spoiled for choice, because in Mecca the food establishments are wide and with a lot of variety, from the multinationals to their own brands. So you got the KFCs, You got Baskin Robbins, you've got Starbucks, Pizza Express. So have a quick look. There's Burger King over there, you can see, and there's absolutely loads of places, from rice and curry here. There's Istanbul Express, so there's some Turkish food as well. I mean, you can see it's just endless amount. So yeah, if you're hungry, you know, this is a place to be, food heaven. They've got two sections for each gender, so there's men's line and there's a female's line, and that's with pretty much all the food places. So it's quite good for sisters who can just go straight to their line and queue up and order their food. It makes it more orderly actually, it's quite a good system. Just to let you know where we are is, we are at the clock tower, 3rd floor, which is a food court. As you can see that it's quite really nice and beautiful, clean and very welcoming. So you can't come to Umrah, Mecca, without having some halal McDonald's. Here we go, Big Mac and some spicy chicken burger, which is native to Mecca. We don't have that in the UK. Let's have a taste. Downtown Mecca, the street market and shops. That's Bangla Farah. There's some Bangladeshi restaurants, which is particularly good for all the Bengali elders who's not going to eat all the fast food. So that's that. You can see the Haram from here. It's about 9:30 now, so it's still busy on the roads. If you're looking for a traditional Bangladeshi food, there is this place. You can see the Bengali writing. It says Bangladesh Hotel, Bangladesh and Pakistani and Indian foods. So yeah, this is one place you can go and munch your rice and curry. Hopefully it'll be nice. I look forward to tasting that. This place is called Bangla Farah. It's designed for Asians and Bengali in particular. So if you look, we'll show you around. It's all full of restaurants and places for Bengali predominantly. If you are peckish or you need some shopping, this is pretty much like our supermarkets. Very nice, very colourful, organised. Pretty much get all the Western food stuff, as well as their own national brands. All kind of food and homeware products are sold in this place. I think it's called Bin Dawood. Yes, Bin Dawood. And there's one in each major hotel, so you can easily access these. They've got everything. Very nice. Here's another supermarket. Nice and big. Quality Streets, Macintosh, Kit Kat. I mean, this is like being in Britain. It's got everything. Look, Bounty. Got a nice bakery, fresh bakery section over there. Ooh, wow, this is massive. It's like one of those Tesco superstores. So many. That's a customer announcement in the language. Nice. You've got some electronics section. Let's have a look at that one. If you don't explore, you won't know these things exist. I was just exploring and I found this place. This is a typical souk, which is slightly different to the hypermarket or the more traditional shops, retail outlets in the hotel, inside the hotel. The difference is the souks are smaller and they've got lots of different variety of items, products. Generally it goes over clothing and gift shop. Those are the two main fundamental advice I can give you. is once you come down to souk, there isn't a fixed price, you know, and no shop does fixed price, it's all whatever they can make out of you. But what I do, things you will notice at the souk is that the shops in different categories, they pretty much sell the same exact product in majority of the case, with exception to some of their own unique products that they sell. But majority in the case, they will sell the same exact product, same label and that packaging, etc. So what you do is, if you like that product, you want to purchase it, recommend that you first ask a shop at the price of that product, and then at least you've now have got a reference to a typical price. Now that typical price could be very high, it could be the right price, but at least you've got a benchmark. Now what you do then is go to a second shop that sells exactly the same product and ask the price, and once they say the price, if they say it's similar, you know that's the kind of average price. But if they say something ridiculously high, then you know he's having you on. But at least then you've got a benchmark, you know how much it should be roughly. Let me give you an example. So there's a toy I wanted to purchase, and I asked one shop and he gave me a price of 30 riyal. I went to a second shop and same exact product, he said 20 riyal straight, even without saying, you know, offering discount. He said 20 riyal. So automatically you know that the 10 is a big amount. It's not something he regularly sells it at. He just saw me and wanted to sell it at a more expensive price. So that's one thing I would say, guys. Do go and do a little bit of research before you make the purchase, because obviously the worst feeling as a tourist and a foreign country doing shopping is feeling ripped off at the end. So yeah, do your homework, and even if you pay them a little bit more knowingly, at least you feel better about that.
In the footsteps or the legacy or inspiration of Ibrahim alayhi salam. But there's a deep, powerful reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also discusses and wants us to understand why you are here, why did you come here, why is it Makkah and Umrah? Perhaps firstly and most importantly, when he put his trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect him from his own people. He put his trust in Allah to protect him from the king of Egypt. He put his trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to find a way for him to live. The concept of tawakkul is the backbone of our religion. Why? What does tawakkul mean? Tawakkul means your heart is attached to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, only to Allah. And you put your hope and your trust that Allah will take care of you. You don't know how. You don't know what's going to happen. But in the heart of hearts, you say, Hasbi Allahu wa ni'mal wakeel. This is what Ibrahim said when they threw him into the fire. Our Prophet ﷺ said, Hasbi Allahu wa ni'mal wakeel is the dhikr that Ibrahim said when they threw him into the fire. And when he said that,
just had a lecture, was in a lecture with the chefs. Behind me is Chef Yasir, Qadhi, as you can see. I've met him, took some pictures with him, so it's been where the Prophet and Abu Bakr Siddiq climbed up to hide from Quraysh. Wow, it's quite a steep mountain. This is Arafat. Beautiful. Experience has been meeting people, and now this is, you may say, controversial. They do. Some of these people do approach you, and they give you a story how they've come from certain countries and they've lost their money, or they're from a poor country and they've got family and they don't have no money. Now, I've heard this from friends who's been to Umrah, and I've seen it now with my own eyes and experienced it, and it's true. They do approach you. So many of them approach you and they ask for money. Now, I have no one should have a problem with charity work. It's part and parcel of being a Muslim, but sometimes you have to wonder, is it legitimate, or is it like in Britain you got gangs who send women on the streets to beg for money? I really want to be charitable and give money, but I just feel that, you know, it's not going to the right people. It's not actually going to support a family. It's an organized team that does it to exploit pilgrims. So my suggestion is, for myself, is I always offer them food. Like, I'm happy to buy you food, but I'm not going to give you money. But it's you know, your individual choice. If you feel like you want to give them money, by all means do so. But my own view is, I'm happy to give you food, but I'm not going to give you money. Guys, so we're coming to the end of our stay in Mecca. Alhamdulillah, it's been an amazing experience. Definitely recommend anyone that's not been here to make this journey for Umrah. We've come, as you know, at the December time, the Christmas holiday, which is the most busiest time in the whole year, I would say. But I would like to just take some time to reflect on some of our challenges and things I've experienced, and just to give you some insight, which may help. I'm sure will help some of you guys, especially the guys, the family who's coming new, not been here before, or not coming with someone who's been here before, like myself. I've never been here, so you know, it would have been good to watch these videos to understand more. So a couple of things, practical things. So just to quickly recap about the ihram issue, because I know there's lots of information out there and a lot of videos out there on YouTube and you know, on the net. But just to recap in very simple terms, ihram isn't just a two-piece of cloth. Ihram is a state that you're in. The two-piece of cloth is obviously a symbolic framework, and you have to wear those things for the men, but it generates a state. So while you're flying, you have to change before you come to a boundary point. There's about 6 boundary points. If you come with Saudi Airlines, they do tell you before approaching those points to make your niyyah and change to ihram. Now, I think because my first time, I didn't know what to expect. I had an understanding that in Saudi Airlines they have space to change, but actually they don't. They do have a prayer space at the back of right to the back of the plane. You can change there, but it's not very convenient because people are coming in and out. We had to change inside the lavatory, the toilets, which was quite difficult, I'd say, but it can be done. Next time if I come, I probably will do it in the plane, because coming from the airport is, you know, something I'm not comfortable with. But you can do it. I'll probably do it at the lounge before getting on the plane. That's probably the best place to do it, because that's your own kind of only for the passengers, so it's not bad there. I think I'll do it there. But yeah, you can do it on the plane. It's a bit difficult, but it can be done, and it's just easy once you do it. And I think a couple of hours before reaching Jeddah, you can make your intention. If you come to Saudi, they do mention it on the tannoy, but do it on the plane a couple of hours or an hour before reaching Jeddah. Make the intention. Once you made the intention, that's it. You're in State of Ihram, and everything now applies to you. You can't, you know, you have to follow the rules of the injunction placed on the pilgrims. Obviously there's a list of them, and something you will obviously have researched. Once you land, obviously there's immigration and all of that. It can be time consuming. First thing I would do is, once you're out the immigration, is go and get yourself a SIM, because it saves you a lot of hassle trying to find your transport guy and all that. It took us a bit of time to do that. Also, these SIMs are universal, so it will fit into any phone. They've got pre-cut sizes, so iPhone, Samsung, whatever you have. In the older phones, they will fit, so that's quite good. And it's loaded with credit, so you can make calls straight away. It takes about a minute to, for it to register, and off you go. So once you land, go through all of that. Once you come to the hotel, what you do is come half an hour, probably refresh time, rest. Don't during packing, unpacking. An overview, I'm sure you guys have already done your research. Umrah consists, of course, of the ihram clothing for the men. As you know, the women can wear their normal clothes. And you start off with the, after the niyyah, you start off with the 7-round twaf. And then after that, you have the sunnah is to drink the zamzam water. Thereafter, you do the 2 rakat behind the Maqam of Ibrahim, the station of Ibrahim. And then you have the long, arduous time of doing Safa Marwa, as you know. And then you go to cut your hair or shave your hair for the men and cut for the women. Once you've done that, that's it, guys. Your Umrah is finished, and all of the stipulation and requirements does not apply to you no more. So you can be a normal person on holiday in that sense, that you can wear perfume, you can wear any kind of clothes you want, you can, you know, cut your nails and all of those things as a normal person would do, because you may have the kind of preconception that you can't do all of those things while you're in Mecca, but that's not true. You can do all of that just after Umrah, which Umrah is obviously 6 hours or so, all in all. So after that, that's it. For the rest of the 5, 6, 7 days you're staying in Mecca, just be normal and go out there and do what you have to do. Just finished Fajr. This is the last prayer I'll be making in the Haram. So it's sad that our time is up. Time is up here, and usually when you're on holiday, it's not too bad to say goodbye to an enjoyable kind of 5-4 days of sun, sea and fun, but this is not like that. This is an emotional and journey of your life, and you quickly build a strong bond with this place, with the lifestyle of the Haram, with, you know, patchy sleeping hours and exhaustive muscles all the time. So even with that, you'll miss the place. While one chapter ends in our journey, and then another one begins. We will be leaving for Medina in several hours' time, and look forward to that journey to the Prophet's city. Yeah, so this is something you will be facing too, the sadness of leaving the place you've grown to be so fond of. Should go, all packed up, luggage is all ready, and we say goodbye to a lovely hotel. Until next time. We've just left